Welcome to A Talk with Armani. I am your host, Armani Aman. This is the show that takes you behind the scenes and in front of the screen of all different types of productions. Whether it is a feature film, a TV show, organizing a movement, or writing a book. Whatever it is that makes that happen, I introduce you to the people that make that magic work. When I come back, I'll have my first guest. Make sure you stay tuned. Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. There are different people in different lanes that affect change, whether it's in the corporate world, as an entrepreneur, or just doing your part in your community to make things better for your neighbor. Please help me welcome an icon in this area who is doing things to help change the world as well as affect change. Ms. Dr. Kametria Burton. So,
yes.
Paint your lips red.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
And you have on your red lipstick.
Yes.
I love it.
In support. We have to be in solidarity.
Yes, I appreciate that. About a year ago, I was in Oklahoma City getting ready to judge a pageant.
Okay.
For a scholarship pageant for young girls. And like any other time, I was getting my makeup done, and my makeup artist said, well, what color lip do you want to wear today? And I said, red. And I've worn red lipstick before, but that time something happened.
Okay.
Something was different.
Okay.
And so my lips were painted red. I went throughout the day, and I got an unusual amount of compliments that day for some reason.
Okay.
Right? And I just began to feel like my swag was on 1,000.
Okay, on 1,000. Like, I'm doing it.
I was on 10, as they say.
Yes.
So when I got back to my room, I looked in the mirror. I said, it is this red lipstick. There is power in a red lip.
Yeah.
So I started doing my research. I started looking at Felicia Rashad and all the women icons in media in Hollywood.
Okay.
And they would always have a red lip on at some point.
Right. Okay.
I then called all my girlfriends and said, do you wear red lipstick? And when you wear it, what happens? Girl, yes, I wear red lipstick. I'm taking names. I'm kicking butt.
Right,
I feel
right.
confident.
Okay.
Some of my friends say, you know what? I won't even wear makeup, but I'll put on a red lip just to show that I'm out there and that I want to be noticed.
Okay.
So a red lip is a call to action for women.
Okay.
To be more measured, to be more confident, to be bold, and to take action.
Oh, man, that's fabulous. That is absolutely fabulous.
And so it started out as a social media challenge.
Okay.
And I challenged women, paint your lips red, post a picture of you and your favorite red lip, and about 60 women did it.
Okay.
And they said, when I paint my lips red, I feel confident, I feel bold, I feel flirty, I feel sexy. So it was a campaign, but now it's a movement.
Okay.
Because so many people like the idea. So it's a call to action for women. I always say a woman's red lip is like a man's power red tie.
Okay. Okay.
When he has on a red tie, he gets noticed. He's there to take care of business. So I started an organization called Paint Your Lips Red, the Power Circle, and we're focused on 4 areas.
Okay.
Self-awareness, leadership, sisterhood, and service.
Okay.
So you're a part of my organization. We have monthly coaching. We do events. I invite other influential women to my circle to talk and coach and train these women, whether it's you're starting your business, you want to take your business to the next level,
Okay.
you're trying to rebrand yourself in your field.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is, I am introducing these women to other women in my network so we can be bold through the power of a red lip.
The power of a red lip. Okay. Now, you know, that is a new take on the red lip because, you know, the woman that wore the red lip, painted her lips scarlet, you know, she was a woman of the world or of the evening. You know, she had a different type of power.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which she used as far as, you know, her body. She was bringing attention to her sex appeal and to, I guess, to her clients and, you know, letting them know, hey, if my lips is red, then I'm working. I'm a working girl.
Right.
You know, and now you're taking that power.
I'm taking it different. I want women to wear red lip and to be fierce, fearless, but still feminine.
Right. Okay. Okay.
So that's the spin I want to take on it. And once I did my research through this movement, I read something that said, nurses during the World War II, I think it was, wore red lipstick. I don't know if you remember, they would always have on all the white.
Yes.
But they would wear red lips because it was therapeutic to the injured soldiers.
Oh, wow.
So red lips could have a different connotation.
Okay.
But I'm spinning it. I want women to be fierce, fearless, but feminine.
Right.
Right? So still
Absolutely.
wear the red lip and show that you can still be all those things in a positive way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So your organization started about a year ago.
Yep.
And you currently have how many members?
I have about 20 members, and we had our first launch in July.
Oh, wow. How exciting was that?
It was very good. I had my makeup sponsor, NARS.
Okay.
As you can know, I need
Yes.
all beauty sponsors to jump on board. And they love the empowerment of women through makeup.
Okay.
So I had my launch July 31st at the NARS shop at the Buckhead shops.
Okay.
And so I had about 100 women to come and attend.
Oh, that's a fabulous
And we
turnout.
motivated, inspired, took pictures. I got a proclamation from the city.
Oh, wow.
Because I really want to change the women of Atlanta around to start their businesses, to go back to school, just to be more measured through the power of a red lip.
Okay.
So as you apply, it's something that I call the 7 habits of women who paint their lips red.
Okay.
Kind of like the 7 habits of highly effective people. So as you apply these habits, I want you to apply that red lipstick and remember those habits as you go throughout your day.
Wow. And the 7 habits, tell us about
The
them.
7 habits are: women who paint their lips red are collaborative, they are positive,
Okay.
they are open-minded, they speak their mind, they show up, they do it afraid, and they're courageous.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I agree with it all. I definitely agree with it all. So what do you see tomorrow or the next day? What do you see for the organization? How, I mean, we're in Atlanta. I'm sure you've got people that are interested all over.
Yes.
And we're going to have a nationwide program.
Yes.
What do you see the future of
I
Patriot?
want it to be a global movement, right? Beyond Atlanta, beyond the U.S. Women, when I travel and I'm in the airport, I see a woman with the red lip on, I wink. I say, I see you, girl.
Okay,
I see
okay.
you rocking that red lip. They don't even know what they're doing.
Right.
But it really is my vision to have it as a global movement.
Okay.
And then I'd love to have an official Paint Your Lips Red Day.
Absolutely, yes, yes. I think that would be fantastic.
Where we get up, paint our lips red, and exercise our fearlessness and femininity.
Oh, man. And apparently it's being well received, not only by the women, but like you said, you have a proclamation from the city. You have corporate sponsors. So they understand and they see that this is, I mean, it's a simple move, you know, putting on some red lipstick and just going on about your day. But you're absolutely right. That's something's noticeable. When a woman has on red lipstick, she's noticeable. She stands out. It's not a plain lip. I know in the past, you know, we've kind of gotten away from wearing a lot of colors. And people wanted to go more natural. They were like, you know what? I just want to look like I don't have on nothing at all. But yeah, when you put that stroke of red on there, it's almost like a stroke of blood. Like, I'm out here. I'm ready to go do my thing.
Correct.
You know, I'm taking prisoners. That's it. That's all. You know, go on about your business because I'm here.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is my stuff.
Right.
So definitely, I get it. So how do we find out more information about it?
Yes, you go to www.paintyourlipsred.com.
Okay.
And you go on there, you can become a member, you can see the pictures of the events that I've done, and you can learn about the 7 habits.
Okay, well, we definitely want to support you. So make sure you go to www.paintyourlipsred.com, sign up, look at the information, find out more about it. There is, of course, a contact sheet if you have any questions that you can go to that. You can list your questions. But most importantly, be part of a movement, be part of change. And if it's something that you can't sign up with right away, then just take the initiative one day. I don't know, you might be getting dressed to go out to dinner or might go jogging and just swoop, put a little bit of red on your lips. Okay. Thank you so much,
You're
Dr.
welcome.
Burton, for joining
You're
us. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to A Talk with Armani. I am joined, of course, on stage by the troublemaking Delyaira because it is time for Let's Talk. So,
quotation mark?
Because that's what the name of it is let's talk. Let's talk about what was that song? Let's talk about sex, baby. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not fitting to do that. Let's not do that. So what are we gonna talk about? What are we gonna talk about? There's so many different things that's going on in real life that deserve their 5 minutes of airtime. So what are we going to talk about? Is there anything in particular that comes to mind? You know, I don't really, watch a lot of news media outlets. I do know that whole fake news thing has crept back up, and they're talking about Hillary again for whatever reason. I try to stay away from politics because it's such a powder keg.
It is, but it's so hard to do, like, today. You know what I mean? With our president on Twitter and social media, like, it's hard to stay away from politics on social media and to talk about because, like, we're hearing about it on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like I can't do it.
I want to tweet back to him.
I know, but I
don't have a Twitter though.
I just refuse to. Like, I just can't. I refuse to give that man another ear. Like, I refuse. I just can't do it. I do know that there's a whole bunch of other things. We talked about the NFL, and there's some issues that's going on with the NFL and the different players that are kneeling. There's just issues worldwide. We've had some storms that came about. We've got a lot of stuff going on. I think the most important thing is the family structure and how we sustain throughout all this turmoil. I think that more than any time in history, family is very important. It is very important to have an infrastructure of support because of all the things that are going on. There's too many things. There's too many different ways that anyone could become a statistic. There's too many pitfalls set up to fail. And if you don't have some type of infrastructure to be able to support you in the midst of all of this, then I think we're setting up a whole society for failure. We have the millennials who our lives are run by social media. Yes. They are dictated by whatever the next big popping thing is. That's what shapes this particular society. This future is being shaped by social media platforms. This future, as we just talked about, our president who tweets, he's part of that whole platform. Yeah. At the end of the day, that wasn't never heard of, but okay, now we've got a president that's also taking part in this social media platform.
But I wonder if the next president after that will do the same. Take part of the social media.
They won't do it simply because he did it. And that's just it. All presidents have always had, and I don't know if you've known this, they've always had a social media president. Barack had one.
Yeah, but he wasn't like tweeting every little thing.
They've always had it. They personally didn't engage. Yeah. You know what I mean? But again, I'm not going to get there with him because that's just too much.
No. I'm not even talking about him. I'm saying that because now we're accepting it. We are.
But we're not accepting it.
We're not.
Nobody's
But it's like new.
It.
You know what I mean? And by the time he's out of office, if, he makes it all 4 years.
I think the next person would not do it simply because he did it and he was clowned for doing it. So it's like, do you actually follow in the footsteps of someone who people have gone on record to say this is not the best possible situation? We think you're an idiot for doing it. I mean,
but it's also what he's tweeting. It's not the fact that if he was twittering like, we had a crisis, in Charlotte, like when it happened in Charlotte a while back. And if he tweeted and said we had a crisis in Charlotte, I want to send my condolences to family, it would have been different. But because he's tweeting like crazy.
Well, at the end of the day, and again, we're not going to belabor this too much because I really don't want to get into it. But because of his behavior, he has to be the most disrespected president in history. Yeah. People have gone on record to call him names.
I know.
Not other countries, his countrymen, people that elected him and was once part of his administration, have called this man an idiot.
I mean, we all
in the media
see what's
you know
happening.
What I mean? So at the end of the day, social media is a two-edged sword. You can use it to your benefit or to your detriment. But that's not the purposes of this conversation. My conversation now is we have a society, to me, that is in jeopardy, not from any other foreign object other than social media.
Because that's what's raising them.
Because that's what's raising them, that's what's shaping them. That is the parents, this social media. You know, what will be the downfall of this? Most of the people do not know what is happening in the world unless it's on social media. Most people do not understand how to do something unless they learn it on social media. And while we may think that that's an avenue where we can do that, that's okay. You cannot, because social media is not a learned thing. It is opinions.
Yeah.
So you're basically saying that you're going to allow opinions of other people to raise and school your children. That makes no sense.
And shape them.
And shape them.
Yeah.
It's not like you're doing it online and you're going to a university of life and you're learning all these things from life coaches and you've got professors that are giving you information that is going to help you make you into a better person. It's not like you have all this stuff going on where these people are sharing with you real life experiences and giving you the information to make you a better person or affect your life. You have people who are spouting their opinions, and their opinions are then being retweeted or regrammed or whatever by hundreds of thousands of people. And now this makes this okay?
No, but I think it starts with our coddlers. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this millennial, which I'm considered millennial, and I don't feel like our generation is millennial. But I think these newer generations, like, we've coddled them so much. Nobody's a winner anymore. Everybody gets a trophy. You know what I mean? Like, we're just coddling them. So they're so overly sensitive. And now on social media, they're just like taking everything. Like, when Trump was elected, they didn't want to go to school. They decided they didn't need college. Like, no, you still have to go to class. Like,
Well, at
we've
the end
coddled
of
them.
the day, if it was on social media, then it had to be true.
Right, of course. I mean,
If it
what
was
do you mean?
on social media, then it had to be right.
It had to happen.
But again, I cannot stress enough that the family,
yeah, what are the parents
family,
doing?
the family is allowing, they have given up their parenting rights to an app.
Yeah, to keep their child quiet. Like, here you go. Shh. I gotta go do this. Here you go.
So
You know what I
now,
mean?
so what do we do? So what do we do? How do we have to control it? There's commercials, there's a campaign that says, you know, when we sit at the dinner table, there's no phones. Or when let's talk, let's put the phones down. Okay, we can do that at the dinner table, that's fine. But that's one meal, one time a day for maybe about an hour. You've got 24 hours. I know, I work all the time. I'm up in the middle of the night. I might have to do something with one of the shows or something like that. If I go on social media, which is the only time I actually check it, it's thousands, hundreds of thousands people that are on social media at all times of night. So it's a 24-hour, 7 days a week, 365 days out of the year, booming business where people are on it all the time. So this 1 hour break that you're saying set aside without a phone, oh, okay. But what about the other 23 hours that is basically shaping the thoughts in the mind of what goes on?
Yeah. I mean, like, my nieces and nephews, like, they play on their iPads and, like, watch movies or whatever, but they're not, like, it's more like before they go to sleep or something. Like, they play outside, like, they, you know what I mean, they're running around, they're kicking balls, like, we don't have that in our household, the social media, like, with them. I mean, granted, the oldest one is, like, 7, but still, it's, like, even at 7, like, she understands social media, but she doesn't play with it.
You know, it's sad because,
parenting.
like, we talk about the fake news, and I think about that time with the guy that there was the pizza ring supposedly that Hillary Clinton was supposed to be in charge of, and all the politicians was over there, and there was a pizza parlor in Washington D.C. or something where they said that they were raping kids in the back rooms and whatnot, and then and this all was perpetuated on social media. It went on and on and on. There was an investigation, a social media investigation, where they claimed they had tapes of kids being pulled in the back and all this other stuff. It became a huge, huge story. Social media blew it completely up. Some man went in there and shot someone or something. Whatever he did, he's in jail now. It was all a lie or a heck of a cover-up, I'll just say. But there was no evidence of any of it. And all the information that he got came from social media. You know, the same thing with, I believe it was Sandy Hook, when, you know, it was supposed to have been these people were killed at school, and that turned out that it were actors. They were not real. This did not happen. And that was blown up on social media. So there's a lot of falseness.
That is false, but
going on social media.
But is it better to raise an awareness of something that possibly could be fake?
Not on social media.
But isn't it? Is it or isn't it?
Like, I don't think so, because again, it's an opinion. There's no news outlet that will say this was something that factually happened.
Right.
It's you post something right now, today. You could post, there was a massacre in Midtown, 7 people are dead. By the time tomorrow, people all over the world will see that, will think it, will call people, checking on their family. Oh, I know it. How you know it? Oh, because
I saw it on social media.
Right now, today, you can do that.
I know. I saw it on social media. But what if you bring a problem that, I get what you're saying with the fake problems, but like sometimes what I'm saying is it's better to maybe have a fake story than to overlook a real story.
Well, at the end of the day, fake is no good for anybody at all. So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, just please, family, parents, raise your children. Don't let Instagram raise them, okay? Don't let Instagram raise them. Thank you for coming on. We'll be right back.